I'm back with 10 more art styles that you can try in your AI art platforms or Midjourney to get some cool images, much like what you see on screen here. And these images were generated in Midjourney, but you can try these on any platform. But let's get started with the first style. Another comic book artist in the style of Jack Kirby. This one also tends to create some trippier looking images, as you can see here, with Pikachu, and of course moving on to Goku. The elements it adds, the fun it has with the subject is really cool. Deadpool, not all the images turn out like this, but these were some of the best ones. I really wanted to share them. And the Terminator, the way it kind of adds in that real trippy color scheme in the eyes, very cool. Whereas Batman looking a little more standard to show you that you don't always get these crazy images. But just to flip the script again, we've got Darth Maul looking completely different, and Superman again not looking too good. He tends to not look too good in a lot of these images. The Statue of Liberty, very cool, almost futuristic sort of look to it. 70s style artwork, and the futuristic car, more of a 3D render, but it still looks like it's had an effect on the image and the layout and color. And now we have Ballardian style, which sort of describes the works of J.G. Ballard, who is an author, and with the woman's face. There seems to be a very old-fashioned style to these images, but it also adds some interesting elements, like with Goku here. We get another interesting Batman image in a frame for some reason, and I like this so much. There's another one I actually wanted to add where he's wearing a suit. It just tends to add like a really nice classical feel to your images, so it's a bit hard to pick exactly what's going to happen. But it is a lot of fun, and with Pikachu, it's a little less classical, but still a pretty nice image. Shadowness profile style. So Shadowness is a website I used to visit a while ago. I don't think it's around anymore, but I just tried this to see what result I would get, and surprisingly got some pretty cool results. It does kind of match the theme of the website, but ultimately what you get are these nice side profile images. They're usually very heavily shadowed. Lots of black, maybe a little bit of key light, and a bit of a dark sense to them. So this one I didn't expect to get quite the results I did, but I really appreciate the results I get, and there is actually some consistency to it. You can see there's a little bit of an evil nature to some of these images, a little bit dark, gloomy, but overall, just the whole nature of this style I think works pretty well across the board, and I would recommend having a play with it if you like this dark sort of style of profile image. Tamagochi 2D vector graphic. Once again, very different. Another experiment with those old Tamagochi toys. It often produces images either like this or condensed down little cute sort of Tamagotchi shaped characters. Some of them actually look a lot like Funko Pops, but overall you get this kind of nice feel to it, and the 2D vector graphic element tends to clean these images up, and so you get these nice little boxy, cartoony, like I said, almost Funko Pop styles. But Mario got something a bit different, but you can see how in most instances we get these cute little characters. So playing with the word Tamagotchi seems to be something that can produce some pretty fun sort of proportions to characters and to images in general. Like this one, completely different with Goku. I also want to quickly mention that if you're looking for some prompt formulas or things you can use these styles with, check out my free 25 prompt formula e-guide that you can download in the description below. As a CAD drawing is another one of those styles that has a bit of a mix to it. Sometimes you get these CAD-like 3D renders, whereas other times you just get drawings, sometimes with grid lines added to them. Sometimes you don't really get much at all, but overall it tends to go between these sort of CAD-like 3D renders and the drawings. So when you apply these to certain characters, you can get some nice art styles. Occasionally you get color, but mostly you get the black and white. So this, once again, it's a style that has a few styles within it. I really like the way it handled Superman in this one, but overall it can be a lot of fun to play with. And with this one, we've got a colored style CAD render of the Hulk, that the grid lines added to it again. Grid lines added to this, so you expect to see a lot of grids and a very technical drawing style added to it. And I like the way it did that with the futuristic car here, with the two of them and the drawing above. But something a little different again is branding stationery mock-up. So this tends to create kind of like a mock-up of like some stationery, whether it's like business cards, letterheads, that kind of thing. And whatever you apply to it, it does a pretty good job of creating this nice aesthetically sort of pleasing photograph of stationery. So now while this might not be super useful for a graphic designer, you can still use it as a means to get started. So it could be for inspiration, and then you could literally apply your actual design over the top. But overall, it's a very consistent style, and it can also just be a lot of fun to see how Midjourney designs things. Like in this one, it's placed the car next to the elements, which was interesting. But Tim Burton's style movie really adds that Tim Burton style, especially The Nightmare Before Christmas, I think that's the name of the movie, tends to really rely on that artistic style for these images. Although so far they've been sort of more cinematic. When we get into some of these characters like Superman, you can start to see where the cartoony sort of shaped elements come in. And same with Barbie. It really has that gothic feel, like I said, Nightmare Before Christmas style, and the proportions like Goku with the eyes, the long neck. It really does a great job of throwing a few of these different styles at your images from his movies. So I really found this one to be really transformative, and it did a great job with pretty much all of the images I threw at it. I love this crazy looking Darth Maul. Very cool. But another fun style is 16-bit RPG video games map. This creates very consistent 16-bit graphics in that old-fashioned map style that you used to see in a lot of video games, whether it be, say, Super Nintendo or possibly even early PlayStation. That 2D style is just really cool, and the way the map element flattens things out and creates very interesting images. So I highly recommend having a play with this to see what you can create. You can try characters like I have here, but you can also just describe scenery. Darth Maul I thought was a nice one, the way it added a little like kind of monolith of his head in the map, and the samurai. Really interesting graphics, really changes it from just a pixel art style to something a little bit more uniform and organized. And another mismatched style, a little bit anyway, which is inspired by the Powerpuff Girls cartoon. We don't necessarily get the Powerpuff Girls style nailed, but the proportions are there. We get a very cartoony, very sort of girly images in a lot of these instances. Kind of like the Tamagochi, it resizes and reshapes things, and it gets very similar, but it's still not quite the same. But as far as the style goes, it does a great job of creating some cartoony, cute little characters. This one, Goku, is a little bit different than I expected, but still pretty cool. But overall, this can be a fun one to play with if you want to create something different with certain characters or people. But moving on to Redshift render. This is like a type of 3D render. You get these really crisp, nice images. There's usually a nice glow added to them, and it just creates really nice, clean 3D renders. So if you're looking for images that are super clean, this can be a great style to add in there to clean up and kind of remove the noise, because you can see how these images just look crisp. There's no sort of grain to the image. It looks like a very high-level 3D render. It adds a lot of detail to it as well, so there is a bit of a style to it. And with the woman's face here, like some of the pores and the sweat, lots of detail there. I love this effect it's added to Goku. But overall, it's just a very aesthetic image. Now you can see very well here how we get that nice glow with Darth Maul on his jacket and other bits and pieces, and very cinematic style framing with the images. So the lighting and the way that the shadow on the house here, it really adds a different element to what I normally get with that prompt. And Batman here, a little bit different again, which is pretty cool. But I also accidentally typed in Redpipe render. So again, another happy accident like the last video, and it did a similar job, but added something a little bit different to some of the elements. Like Batman here, he's got like a red cape and a sword, and I'm not really sure why. It's changed Deadpool. He looks a little bit different again. But the Terminator coming up, he looks pretty much the same, but there's a bit of a red light. So there tends to be a red element, but there's something transformative I just can't quite pick, and there's something maybe I'm not aware of that Redpipe could be basically standing for. So this is a fun one to get a slightly unique and unexpected result. I love this one of Darth Vader. Looks like he's holding a gun. But overall, that Redshift render made a little bit different with Redpipe. You get some very interesting results. So I hope you had a lot of fun with that. And this is probably the only one that didn't look red and evil. It was a cute little Pikachu picture. But otherwise, those are the styles for today, guys. And I hope you really found them useful. If you did, please consider giving the video a like. Otherwise, thanks for watching. I hope to see you again soon. Have a great day.